Evening. A deputy head teacher from Gloucestershire who took part in last night's Conservative leaders' TV debate has been suspended from his job. Abdullah Patel is said to have tweeted anti-Israeli comments from his personal account in 2014. He has also been suspended from his mosque, where he's an imam. Well, joining me now is Azhar Qayyum from MEND, Muslim Engagement and Development, and they're dedicated to zero tolerance of anti-Muslim hatred. Good evening.
Good evening.
Thanks for coming in. What do you make of this situation?
I think the main thing to look at this is the fact that Imam Abdullah, a school teacher from Gloucester, has become the story of the day. And I think that this is an example of the power disparity that we have, where Boris Johnson, possibly our next Prime Minister, can talk about Africans as pickaninnies and Muslim women as bank robbers and letterboxes. And Jeremy Hunt just this week has been supporting Katie Hopkins and Donald Trump in the Londonistan sort of narrative, where Sadiq Khan is about to Islamize London, and they're about to become prime ministers of the UK. But you know, a school teacher from Gloucester loses his job.
But they're not here to defend themselves, Boris Johnson and Jeremy Hunt.
Well,
no, indeed, he's not. But he did actually start his question last night in the TV debate by saying words have consequences. So doesn't that also apply to the messages he's posted on social media?
I think definitely. But I think that the situation where a school teacher from Gloucester loses his job over his words.
Well, no, he hasn't lost his job. He's been suspended.
He's been suspended because possibly lose his job over his words. But on the other side, very serious words have been spoken by Boris and others, and they're on the verge of becoming Prime Minister.
So do you feel it's been overinflated?
I think there's a big issue of a big power disparity here, where people at the top of society, people like Boris and others, can get away with saying whatever they want to. And an imam who doesn't have the media training they do, who doesn't have the political training that they do, who doesn't have a team of media people watching his words and tweets, his words are held to a much higher standard than Boris or Jeremy Hunt. You know?
And do you think this is purely because he's Muslim, or do you think that is only a small part?
I think that's a part of it. It'll definitely be a part of it. And Muslims generally in society tend to be people who are at the bottom of the rung, who haven't made it to those high positions of state, etc. So are more likely to have their words questioned and attacked than, say, someone like Boris Johnson, who's had an Etonian education and Oxford and all the rest of it.
We have to leave it there, but we appreciate your time. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you.